So there you have it. Radio Care, transporting you from the 60s to present day. Join Mike Howard, broadcasting from Coventry to the world.
Hello, I'm back. It's Saturday night and it's another time for Radio Care, and tonight we've got a very chilled and relaxed show tonight. I've called it the Tune In and Chill Out Saturday Night Show. I don't know about anyone else, but it's been really busy sort of since Christmas, and particularly in the last few weeks at work. For me, that's just got really, really busy. So I just thought it'd be nice for a change, just to have some tunes which are quite mellow, and you can just chill out to, sort of almost like that sort of old sort of school late night listening that used to get on the radio years ago. Anyway, to get us started, we've got one from Billy Joel, and this one is Piano Man.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. A regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La 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 li li da, la la li li da, da da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. Now John at the bar is a friend of mine. Gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke or to light up your smoke, but there's some place that he'd rather be. And the waitress is practicing politics as the businessmen slowly get stoned. Yes, they're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. A song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. It's a pretty good crowd for a Saturday, and the manager gives me a smile, 'cause he knows that it's me they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. And the piano sounds like a carnival, and the microphone smells like a beer, and they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? Oh, la 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 di di da, la la di di da, da da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all
And that was Billy Joel from 1974 with Piano Man. It was his first single in North America and included on the album of the same name. And it's you can tell it's a song about his sort of journey as a musician and playing sort of like the lounge bars in New York, and all the people that sort of he met along the way, because it was just like sort of hearing a story sort of being told. That song always sort of takes me back. When I was in Coventry, sort of back in the 80s, Hereward College, there used to be a hotel called the De Vere Hotel, and at that time it was quite a posh hotel, and they used to have a lounge player there, sort of a chap used to sit there playing piano and sometimes sort of like sing when he's in there. But that song always reminds me sort of of that sort of period of my life, sort of going back then. It says the single broke the Billboard Top 40 in April 74 at number 30. It also got to peaked higher in Canada than in the US. Got to number 10 in Canada. It doesn't look like it actually sort of got to the UK market at that stage. I think it was much later that it became really popular sort of in the UK. So welcome if you just joined us. I can see we've got about 600 people sort of listening already, so thank you so much for sort of tuning into Radio Care tonight. Tonight is the Tune In and Chill Out Saturday night show, and I've gone for that sort of old school late night listening, and when you've had a busy week and you just want some nice, easy, sort of chilled sort of music to listen to, and you're in the right place for sort of listening. So this next one is one from Carole King, and it's from her album Tapestry, which I think is one of the best albums that she sort of did, and this one is You've Got a Friend.
Down and troubled, and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. You've got a friend. If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon you'll hear me knocking at your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, yeah, to see you again. that you've got a friend when people can be so cold. They'll hurt you, yes, and desert you, and take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, running, yeah, yeah, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know? Ain't it good to know? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh yeah, now you've got a friend. Yeah, baby, you've got a friend. Oh yeah, you've got a friend.
What a great song that is, and what a great singer-songwriter she is. That was Carole King, and You've Got a Friend from 1971. Like I said earlier, it was recorded for a Tapestry album, but the most famous version that you probably sort of know is the James Taylor version, which was also released in 1971 and reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 4 in the UK, and the two versions were recorded simultaneously in 1971 with shared musicians. So James Taylor was actually on that recording with Carole King. So welcome if you've just joined us. This is Radio Care on a Saturday night, and we're having a really sort of chilled, relaxed sort of session tonight. So just enjoy the music, sit back, whatever you're doing, and just relax tonight. That's what it's about. If you've been working hard all week, or whatever you've been doing, tonight's the night just to put your feet up and listen to Radio Care. And it's not very nice out there, is it? You know, we've had sort of Storm Eunice out there, they're sort of being sort of destructive and knocking trees down and all sorts of things sort of going on. So being indoors tonight is probably the best place to be, and just enjoy the music. So this next one is one from Todd Rundgren. I probably said it wrong. And the song is called Hello It's Me, and it's from 1973. I was reading that he originally recorded it in his band Nas back in 1968, but this version is a 1973 version, which was his solo version, and this one is Hello It's Me.
Something's wrong. There's something here that doesn't last too long. Maybe I shouldn't think of you as mine. Seeing you, or seeing anything as much as I do you, I take for granted that you're always there. I take for granted that you just don't care. Sometimes I can't help seeing all the way through. It's important to me. spend the night if you think I should. It's important to me.
Well, it sounded like there was a lot going on in that, especially sort of through the headphones. I could hear all sorts of things sort of like going on in that song. That was Hello, It's Me from Todd Rundgren, and originally recorded in 1968, as I said, with his band Naz, and then this was his solo version in 1973 from the album that he brought out in 1972 called Something and Anything. And yeah, it said it was issued as a single in 1973, reaching number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. So there you have it. I just had a quick look at the numbers again, and we're up to 2,693 people. So welcome and thank you for joining us so early in the show. It's really nice sort of like to know that people are tuning in sort of tonight. Maybe the weather's sort of keeping people in, and they've just thought, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll listen to Radio Care. Well, you're welcome to join me on Radio Care. I've got some birthday shout-outs, which I'll do a little bit later on, but there's a couple of people that I need to sort of like give a shout-out to sort of for this week, for birthdays. And I'll get round to that. But this next one is one from a band called The Orleans. I have played it before. I'm sure I played it on a show early last year. Because Radio Care have been going nearly a year now. Next week I'm celebrating sort of like the first sort of birthday or anniversary of sort of starting up Radio Care. So there's probably songs that have been repeated sort of like over the year at some stage. Anyway, this one is one by The Orleans, and this one is Dance With Me, and it's got that kind of soft rock, that sort of yacht rock sound to it. I really like it. See what you think.
Starting, night is calling, and I am falling. Dance with me. Fantasy could never be so killing. I feel free. I hope that you are willing. Pick the beat up and kick your feet up. Dance with me. Off the ground. partner, can't you see? The music is just starting, night is calling, and I am falling, dance with me.
What a great song that is. That's got a real nice sort of feel to it, hasn't it? That was Dance With Me by the Orleans. Now, there's conflicting information that I've got here. It says that it appeared on their second studio album, Orleans 2, in 1974. But then on a later paragraph I've got here, it says Dance With Me was introduced on the band's third studio album, Let There Be Music, in 1975, and was issued as the album's second single, and become the Orleans' first top 40 single, reaching the Billboard Hot 100 peak of number 6. So we'll maybe go with the second one, because they've actually sort of given a chart position sort of for that one. Yeah, like that one. So this next one is one from Marshall Hayne, and this is, I don't know whether it's got a bit of a sort of disco sort of feel to it. It says that they're a sort of British pop rock sort of duo, and the song is Dancing in the City, and yeah, I kind of like it, so see what you think.
So there you have it. Radio Care, transporting you from the 60s to present day. Join Mike Howard broadcasting from Coventry to the world.
I certainly am broadcasting from Coventry to the world. I used to sound like Buzz Lightyear, sort of like to infinity and beyond. Sort of wherever, whoever wants to listen to me, please tune in. So that was Dancing in the City from Marshall Hayne, and that was in 1978. It says that the song got to number 3 on the UK singles charts, and on release it spent 15 weeks in the UK charts, was a massive hit in South Africa, reaching number 1 position there and holding that position for 3 weeks. And also there was a remix version, came out in 1987, but that didn't do so well. That got to number 81 in the UK singles charts. So we got to that stage. I haven't done that for ages, sort of to say happy birthday to people or mention some sort of birthdays. So the first one we've got is for an old friend of ours, is Arwell Rowlands in Wales, and it's his birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday, Arwell. Also to say happy birthday to Belinda Tams. Now, I work with Belinda. She works at Carers Trust Heart of England, so happy birthday, Belinda. And also to say a happy birthday to Fee Howard. That's her birthday next week as well. And to say happy birthday to Louise in Rugby, who will be 50 this week. And I think she's probably going to be sort of going out and sort of celebrating with her family. So happy birthday, Louise. Have a good one. So let's get back to the playlist and see what we got come up next. Now this one I hadn't heard for years, and I know Randy Crawford done a version of this song, but I really like the version of with Brooke Benton. You probably guessed which song it is by now. This one is Rainy Night in Georgia, but yeah, just listen to that tone of voice with Brooke Benton, and this one's from 1970.
By my suitcase, trying to find a warm place to spend the night. Heavy rain falling, seems I hear your voice calling. It's alright. A rainy night in Georgia, in Georgia, it seems like it's raining all over the world. I feel like it's raining all over the world. Neon signs are flashing, taxi cabs and buses passing through the night. A distant moaning of a train seems to play a sad refrain to the night. A rainy night in Georgia, such a rainy night in Georgia. Lord, I believe it's raining all over the world. I feel like it's raining all over the world. How many times I wondered, it still comes out the same. No matter how you look at it or think of it, it's life, and you just got to play the game. I find me a place in a boxcar, so I take my guitar to pass some time.
late at night when it's hard to rest, I hold your picture to my chest and I feel fine. But it's a rainy night in Georgia. Baby, it's a rainy night in Georgia. I feel it's raining all over the world. Kinda lonely down, and it's raining all over the world. Oh, have you ever been lonely, people, and you feel that it was raining all over this man's world? You're talking about the raining, 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 raining over the world. Oh, I said now raining, 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 raining.
What a tone in his voice. That was Brooke Benton and Rainy Night in Georgia from 1970. Now, the song was written by Tony White in 1967, and he actually recorded a version and released it in 1969 on the album Continued. And that was shortly before Brooke Benton's hit single was issued. And the Brooke Benton version went on to top the Billboard best-selling soul singles charts, reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 2 on the adult contemporary charts. In Canada, it made number 2 on the RPM magazine Hot Singles charts, number 2 the adult contemporary charts, and number 58 in the 1970 year-ending charts. So, you know, that did really well all round. I really do like that version. I know that I'm sure it was Randy Crawford done a version of it sort of in the late 70s. So this next one always reminds me of my friend Paul, Bar 72. On a Sunday afternoon, when we used to go to the jam session, when we were in a band in Great Yarmouth, there was a pub where the bands used to play called the Wrestlers, and then there used to be karaoke after. And this one, Suspicious Minds by Elvis Presley, always reminds me of Paul getting up and doing an Elvis song. So this is from Elvis in 1969. It was recorded and written in 1968, and I think it sort of he may have done it on his 1968 comeback special, or just released it just after. Anyway, this is Suspicious Minds.
We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe a word I say. We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds. So if an old friend I know stops by to say hello, would I still see suspicion in your eyes? Here we go again, asking where I've been. You can't see the tears are real, I'm crying. We can't go on together with suspicious minds,
RadioCare wants to thank all carers around the world. Paid and unpaid, you are all amazing.
Absolutely, you are all amazing, and that's the reason why I do Radio Care. It was, as I say every week, I explain it, it's my little thank you to all those carers out there, the ones that have been looking after family members, and, doing everything they can sort of like to protect them sort of like through this awful sort of pandemic. And as we come out of the pandemic, they're still sort of making sort of sacrifices, to sort of look after their loved ones and sort of try and keep them safe. But also the people that work within the care industry. So whether they're working in domiciliary sort of care settings where they're going into people's homes and providing care, or whether they're working in residential settings, or even sort of like the NHS staff, the nurses and that, they've kept going through this pandemic. So this show, and the reason why I call it Radio Care, is just to say sort of my little thank you to all those carers. So that one was Elvis and Suspicious Minds from 1969. It says that it did actually get to number one, and that was his 18th number one in the US. And it says he first performed the song at the Las Vegas International Hotel, which is now called the Hilton, in July of 1969. And the single was released 26 days later. It reached number one in the US, as I've just said, and I'm just trying to see sort of where it got to after that. It would be Presley's final number one single on the Billboard Hot 100 before his death. Burning Love in 1972 was a number one hit, but only on the Cashbox charts. Wonder of You in 1970 and Way Down were in enough. Oh God, they have so many charts over there, don't they? It's really confusing. It does say that A Little Less Conversation in 2002 was a number one on the British singles charts. There you have it. That's all of Elvis's songs sort of into sort of one sentence, really. So this next one is one from Tears for Fears, and I was torn with playing a version by an artist called Slow Moving Millie. Not many people have probably heard of her, but she'd done a version of a Smiths song, must be about, maybe about 15 years ago, maybe a little bit less than that, maybe about sort of 12 years ago. And the song was called Please Please, was it Please Please Don't Let Me Go, something like that. She brought out an album, and I had the album on CD, so I was just looking it up the other day, and she'd done a version of a Tears for Fears song called Head Over Heels, but then I played the Tears for Fears version, and then I thought, I actually like that one. So this is what we're going to listen to next. This is Tears for Fears and Head Over Heels. I'm actually glad I played that version. That was Tears for Fears and Head Over Heels from 1985. Song was recorded for the studio album Songs from the Big Chair, and the song was released in 1985 as the album's 4th single. It was the band's 10th single released in the UK and 8th top 40 hit in the region, peaking at number 12 in the United States, and was the 3rd single from the album, and continued the band's run of hits over there. Peaking at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. There was a limited edition version as well, a picture disc with a 4-leaf clover. See, you don't sort of learn all this listening to other radio shows, do you? You get to hear my waffling and some interesting facts about the songs. So this next one is from another 80s band. This one is one from Talk Talk, and the song is called Life's What You Make of It. And that was Talk Talk and Life's What You Make It from 1986. It says it was, let's have a look, it was released as a single in 1985 and the first from the band's album The Colour of Spring. Single was a hit in the UK, peaking at number 16 and charted in numerous other countries, often reaching the top 20. Yeah, I do remember that one. I wasn't such a big fan of Talk Talk, but when I was sort of looking through tracks the other day and I was just sort of playing some of them, I thought, yeah, I do remember that one sort of. I think it might have been on MTV sort of quite a bit at the time. Now, this next one is one by an artist called Karen White, and the version that I'm playing, which is her version, it's a song which, which she wrote, but it was actually covered by Gladys Knight, Dionne Warwick and Patti LaBelle in 1991. And I'm sure it might have been something like on the Ricky Lake show or something like that. They sung the song and I was like, that was amazing, sort of seeing sort of Gladys Knight, Dionne Warwick and Patti LaBelle sort of singing it. So when I saw it the other day, when I was sort of like going through tracks and everything, I thought, well, I don't remember this one by Karen White, but she gives just as good performance. So this is Karen White's Superwoman, and it's from 1989.
Early in the morning, I put breakfast at your table. Sure that your coffee has its sugar and cream. Your eggs are over easy, your toast unlikely. All that's missing is your morning kiss that used to greet me. Now you see the juicy sour, it used to be so sweet, and I can't help but to wonder if you're talking about me. We don't talk the way we used to talk. It's hurting so deep. I've got my pride, I will not cry, but it's making me weak. I'm not your superwoman. I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything's okay. Boy, I am only human. This girl needs more than occasional hugs as a token of love from you to me. Ooh, baby. I fought my way through the rush hour, trying to make it home just for you. I want to make sure that your dinner will be waiting for you. But when you get there, you just tell me you're not hungry at all. You said you'd rather read the paper and you don't want to talk. You like to think that I'm just crazy when I say that you've changed. I'm convinced I know the problem. You don't love me the same. You're just going through the motions and you're not being fair. I got my pride, I will not cry. Still I can't help but care. I'm not your superwoman. No. I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything's okay. Boy, I am only human. This girl needs more than occasional hugs as a token of love from you to me. Ooh, baby, look into the corners of your mind. I'll always be there for you through good and bad times, but I can't be that superwoman that you want me to be. I'll give my love a lasting love if you return love.
And that was Superwoman by Karen White from 1989. The song was released from a self-titled debut album, and it was her second US top 10 hit, peaking at number 8, and her second US R&B number 1 hit. It also earned a gold certification and from the Recording Industry Association of America. Also number 11 on the UK singles chart. So this next one is one from Michael McDonald, and I was trying to think what band he was in, and it was Steely Dan was the sort of main band that he was in, but he did actually do some stuff with the Doobie Brothers when they recruited him for sort of a period. But this is one of his solo songs, and this one is I Keep Forgetting, and yeah, it's from 1982. Hadn't heard that one for a long time, until the other day when I was searching through sort of tracks. There used to be a pizza place in Yarmouth called Piggy's, and one of the chefs that worked in there, he always used to like playing Michael McDonald and that's where I think I first sort of heard some of this stuff. Anyway, that was Michael McDonald from 1982, and that's I Keep Forgetting Every Time You're Near, also known as I Keep Forgetting. Trying to see where it got to in the charts. Released as a single, peaked at number 4 on the US Billboard pop singles charts, number 7 on the R&B charts, number 8 on the adult contemporary charts, but it also got to number 43 on the UK singles charts. So last year I was asked to play a song by Matt Bianco, and I was searching through songs the other day, and Matt Bianco popped up again, and it wasn't sort of like one that one that's sort of more popular and that you're likely to hear on the radio a lot. This one is called Don't Blame It on the Girl, and it's from 1988, and I thought, oh yeah, I remember playing a song last year. So for the Matt Bianco fan from last year, here's another one for you.
Out with all the tricks to that girl. In this world, nobody can blame. You got to stake your claim, make it your aim. Don't blame it on that girl. It's the only way she knows. Don't blame it on that girl. Wants a better way. Beauty was a saving grace. She go far on pretty face with that girl. Used it for every need. Guilty on the first degree was that girl. In this world, nobody can blame. You got to take your claim, make it your aim. Don't blame it on that girl. It's the only way she knows. Don't blame it on that girl. Oh no, no, she wants a better way. Hit it!
And that was Matt Bianco and Don't Blame It on a Girl from 1988. They actually had Emilio Estefan, which is Gloria Estefan's husband, as a producer on that, and you could hear that sort of real sort of Latin sort of feel to it, couldn't you, and sound. So there was a lot of the influence there with that one. It got to Don't Blame It on That Girl reached number 23 in the UK albums charts. As a single, it reached number 11 on the UK sort of singles charts. It was a double A. It was Don't Blame It on the Girl and Whap Bam Boogie was the other one that they had. So this next one is one from Debbie Gibson and also from 1988. It's a single called Out of the Blue, and it was the third single on the title track of and the title track of her debut album. And it says that the song was written by Gibson and co-produced and arranged by Fred Zarr. Just trying to see where there's some information about where it got to. Reached number 3 on the US charts. In the UK, it did slightly less well than her two previous singles, stalling at number 19. And as a maxi single, Out of the Blue, like Shake Your Love before it, took number 1 on the Billboard Hot Maxi Singles charts. So here we have it, Debbie Gibson and Out of the Blue.
So there you have it. Radio Care, transporting you from the 60s to present day. Join Mike Howard broadcasting from Coventry to the world.
I hope you enjoy the little journeys I take you on from the 70s or 60s or 70s through the 80s, some of the 90s and up to present day. Depends what shows I'm doing. I very often lately I've been doing sort of theme shows, so I've been concentrating on a particular style of music or a particular sort of fashion or period in sort of like the last 50 years. And tonight I just thought I'd sort of go back to the old format where I used to sort of play the songs from the 70s and finish the set with some songs from sort of present day. So we've still got a few of the sort of songs sort of for the 90s sort of coming up, and then I'm going to be sort of playing some of the songs that are currently in the charts at the moment. And sticking with this sort of mellow, sort of chilled out themes that I've tried to sort of create tonight. I stuck a few in which were a little bit sort of a little bit more energy in them tonight, but the ones at the end of the set hopefully will still sort of keep that sort of mellow sort of like sound going. So this next one was from an artist called Jewel. It's from 1998 and it's a song called Hands, and it was from her album called Spirit. I was just reading about it. So Jewel wrote the song following an incident in which she considered stealing a sundress after getting fired from various jobs due to kidney troubles, and she decided with her hands were better actually suited to writing songs than stealing clothes. So just as well she's put pen to paper and wrote a song. So this one is Hands.
If I could tell the world just one thing, it would be that we're all okay. And not to worry, 'cause worry is wasteful and useless in times like these. I won't be made useless, won't be idle with despair. I'll gather myself around my faith, the light, the darkness most fear. My hands are small, I know, but they're not yours, they are my own. But they're not yours, they are my own, and I am never broken. Poverty stole your golden shoes, it didn't steal your laughter. Heartache came to visit me, but I knew it wasn't ever after. We'll fight, not out of spite, 'cause someone must stand up for what's right. 'Cause where there's a man who has no voice, there are shadows singing. My hands are small, I know, but they're not yours, they are my own. But they're not yours, they are my
And that was Jewel and Hands from 1998. Like I said earlier, it appeared on the album Spirit. It says no commercial single was issued in the United States, and the singles that were issued internationally received the album version. The radio edit can be found on promos for the single. Even without a physical release, the song reached number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100, and the video peaked at the top of the VH1 Top 20 countdown. Hands also reached number 1 in Canada for a week, peaked in the top 30 in Australia, the Netherlands and New Zealand, and it got to number 41 in the UK. So this next one is one from the band Wet Wet Wet. I actually like them. I did go and see them sort of, must be about, I'm trying to sort of work out sort of how long ago that was. That's probably about 15 years ago, something like that. And they were really sort of like good to see. But this particular song, although it got to number 3 in the UK singles charts, it's not one of the sort of real sort of popular ones that you would sort of think of when you sort of think of Wet Wet Wet. You sort of like go for sort of like maybe sort of some of their earlier stuff that they did. Marty Pellow did actually record his own version of this song, and it was on an album in 2002 called Marty Pellow Sings the Hits of Wet 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 and Smile. So this song is If I Never See You Again, and it's from 1997.
Stealing to start a new day. Out there the world is waiting to take us far away, and it's time to make the final break, but the memory will linger forever. If I never see you again and think of me now and then, though it hurts so sweetly, they say all good things come to an end. You've changed my life completely. I'm touched by your love. Again, the night is so unforgiving, yeah, and I'm on my own. I realize what I'm missing, and now that you've gone, so I say a prayer. Are you out there? Are you feeling what I'm feeling now? Yeah. If I never see you again and think of me now and then, though it hurts so deeply, they say all good things come to an end. Ooh. You've changed my life completely. I'm touched by your love. Even if I never see you, if I never see you again, and if I never see you again, no one can tell you how the story ends, where the road will lead when love
And that was Wet, 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 If I Never See You Again from 1997. As I said earlier, it reached number 3 on the UK singles charts and was also recorded as a solo track on Marty Pello's album. Marty Pello sings the hits of Wet, Wet, Wet and Smile. So welcome if you've just joined Radio Care tonight. It looks like we're sort of averaging, we're up to about 10,500 people sort of listening tonight, and it seems to have sort of stayed at that and not gone up anymore. So thank you so much for joining us, for tuning into Radio Care on this blustery night sort of in the UK. I don't know about the rest of the world, but it's been sort of pretty horrendous here the past sort of few days or so. So if you're staying indoors and got your heating on and listening to Radio Care, that can't be a bad thing. So this next one is from an artist called Lizzie, came out in 2010, and it's called When I'm Alone.
I turned my back, you were gone in a flash like you always do. You always gone off somewhere else. And when the phone rang and I thought it was you, and I sprung like a kid who just got out of school, but it's almost always never you. Never you. I scream like a child by inside. When whoa, and when I'm alone with you, you make me feel, and you make me feel. When I'm alone with you, you are the one, and you are the one. And when I reach out and I only grab air, and it kills me to think that you never did care, and it's hopeless. You always run off somewhere else. I throwing attention. Why are you such a factor? And when I'm alone with you, you make me feel, and you make me feel. When I'm alone with you, you are the one, and you are the one. And when I'm alone with you, you make me feel, and you make me feel. When I'm alone with you, you are the one, and you are the one. And I'm leaving home when you're around me. Next time you leave, don't go without me. No, don't go. No, no. Yeah, yeah. You make me feel, you make me feel. When I'm alone with you, you are the one, you are the one. When I'm alone with you, you make me feel, and you make me feel, yeah. When I'm alone with you, you are the one, and you are the one.
Gonna have to check out some more of Lizzie's stuff, because I really kind of like that sound. That was When I'm Alone, and as I mentioned, it was an artist called Lizzie, who's an American folk rock singer. It was a debut album that she had, Catching a Tiger, and the song was written in London when she collaborated, Lizzie collaborated with Julian Emery and Jim Irvin on the single In Sleep and Cuckoo. It was released in June 2010 as a digital download and serves as a debut single in the UK and Ireland. So I was trying to see where it got to sort of in the charts, but it doesn't really sort of give you much information about that. Only to say that it was actually used in the end credits of a 2014 comedy, Dumb and Dumber 2, with Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. So this next one is from one of my favourite female artists. Everyone knows that I'm nuts about Kate Bush, and I try not to be sort of too typical and sort of put in the usual songs on. So hopefully, I don't think I've played this one before. I know that I've played This Woman's Work and Running Up That Hill and possibly Wuthering Heights, but I don't think I've played Moments of Pleasure before. So this is from 1993 and from the album Red Shoes, Kate Bush and Moments of Pleasure.
Some moments that I've had, some moments of pleasure. I think about us lying on a beach somewhere. I think about us diving off a rock into another moment. The case of George the Wine. Oh God, I can't stop laughing. This sense of humor of mine, it isn't funny at all. But we sit up all night talking about it. Just being alive, it can really hurt. These moments given are a gift from time. On a balcony in New York, it's just started to snow. He meets us at the lift like Douglas Fairbanks, waving his walking stick. But he isn't well at all. The buildings of New York look just like mountains through the snow. Just being alive, it can really hurt. And these moments given are a gift from time. Just let us try to give these moments back to those we love, to those who will survive. And I can hear my mother saying, every old sock meets an old shoe. And that a great saying, every old sock meets an old shoe. Here come the hills of time. dancing down the aisle of a plane. Smurf playing his guitar refrain. Hey there, Teddy, spinning in the chair at Abbey Road. Hey there, Michael, do you really love me? Hey there, Bill, do you turn the lights on?
What an amazing song for an amazing artist. That was Kate Bush and Moments of Pleasure from 1993 from her album The Red Shoes. If you listen to that the song, it's quite a long song, isn't it? It was just over 5 minutes long, but I quite like that bit at the end. It's quite poignant, the bit at the end where she's remembering friends and family who have died. So it includes the guitarist Alan Murphy, film director Michael Powell, dancer Gary Hurst, and lighting engineer Bill Duffield, and she mentions a couple of other people. But yeah, I really like that. It got to number 26 on the UK singles charts in November of 1993. Beautiful song. So this next one is one from Carly Simon. It's from 1986. I thought it was from earlier, but it's actually from 1986, and the song is called Coming Around.
Baby sneezes, mommy pleases, daddy breezes in. So
See, I've forgotten how good that song was as well. Until I was like sort of going through the tracks the other day, and the sort of songs that she was still sort of producing or recording in the 80s and beyond, sort of the 80s really. So that was Coming Around Again from Carly Simon, from the film Heartburn, and just trying to sort of see where it got to. Coming Around Again was a worldwide hit. In the US, it peaked at number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Carly Simon's 12th top 40 hit on the charts, number 5 on the Billboard Adult Contemporary charts, becoming the 19th top 40 hit in this chart, and the song was a success in Brazil. It was also included in the soundtrack of the telenovela Outro. Okay. It was also released as a single in the UK in January of 87 and peaked at number 10 on the UK singles charts. It goes on to sort of say all the different charts, you know, it really did well sort of around the world. South Africa, Australia, Canada, Austria, Sweden. It's sort of done so well sort of around the world. So we're going to start moving up to some of the modern songs. So the songs that are probably sort of got in the charts at the moment, or they've sort of been in the charts in the last sort of couple of months. So this next one is one by a Norwegian artist. I'm sure, no, I tell a lie. It's a Danish artist. Alright, still sort of Viking sort of area, so very Norse. This one is, it's an old song, redone. It's Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes, and it was a song for Edison Lighthouse back in 1970, but this version is Smiles.
She ain't got no money, her clothes are kind of funny, her hair is kind of wild and free. Oh, but love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody knows like me. She talks kind of lazy, and people say she's crazy, and her life's a mystery. Oh, but love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody knows like me. There's something about her hand holding mine. It's a feeling, it's fine, and I just gotta say, she's really got a magical spell, and it's working so well that I can't get away. I'm a lucky fella, and I've just gotta tell her that I love her endlessly, because love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody knows like me. There's something about her hand holding mine. It's a feeling, it's fine, and I just gotta say, she's really got a magical spell, and it's working so well that I can't get away. I'm a lucky fella, and I've just gotta tell her that I love her endlessly, because love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody knows like me. She's been, and nobody knows like me. If you met her, you'll never forget her. Nobody knows like me.
And that was Smiles' version of Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes, originally done by Edison Lighthouse in 1970, but this was Smiles' version, and she is a Danish artist. I think it's been released sort of within the last month or so. So this next one is one from Natalie Imbruglia. You may have sort of seen her recently. She is the third winner of the Masked Singer in the UK. She was the Panda, and this song has just sort of been released, and it's a song done by One Direction back in 2013, but this is her version. Currently it's debuted and peaking at number 49 on the UK singles charts, but it was only released on the 18th of February, so here we go. It is Story of My Life.
Are the stories that I can't explain. I leave my heart open, but it stays right here empty for days. She told me in the morning she don't feel the same about us in her bones. And it seems to me that when I die, these words will be written on my stone. And I'll be gone tonight. The ground beneath my feet is open wide. The way that I've been holding on too tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I'll take her home. I'll drive all night to keep her warm and tight. It's on these walls are the colors that I can't change. I leave my heart open, but it stays right here in its cage. I know that in the morning now I see us in the light up on the hill. Although I am broken, my heart is untamed still. And I'll be gone tonight. The fire beneath my feet is burning bright. The way that I've been holding on so tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I'll take her home. I'll drive all night to keep her warm and tight. It's like chasing the clouds. The story of my life, I'll take her home. I'll drive all night to keep her warm and tight. It's frozen. The story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broken. The story of my life, the story of my life, the story of my life, the story of my life.
And that was Natalie Imbruglia and Story of My Life. And it's a recent release. Like I say, it was released on the 18th of February, so it's still sort of climbing the charts. Hopefully it'll do really well for her, and I'm sure it will, sort of after sort of being the third winner on the UK version of The Masked Singer. So this next one is one from Sam Fender, It was released in 2021 towards the end, but it actually climbed to number 3 in the charts in January of this year. This song is 17 Going Under.
I remember the sickness was forever. I remember snuff videos, cold Septembers, the distances we covered, the fist fights on the beach, the busies round us up. Do it all again next week. An embryonic love. First time that it's scarred, embarrass yourself for someone, crying like a child. And the boy you kicked Tom's head in still bugs me now. That's the thing, it lingers and claws you when you're down. Scared to hit him, but I would hit him in a heartbeat now. That's the thing with anger, it begs to stick around. So it can fleece you of your beauty and leave you spent when out to over. Makes you hurt the ones who love you. You hurt them like they're nothing. I spent my teens in rage, spiraling in silence, and I armed myself with a grin, 'cause I was always the joker, buried in their humor, amongst the white noise and boys, locker room talking lines, drenched in cheap drink and snipe bags, a mirrored picture of my old man. Oh God, the kid's a damn hard. China, but he looks sad. God, the kid looks so sad. And God, the kid looks so sad.
And that was Sam Fender and 17 Going Under. Released, it does say, in July of 2021, but it was a sleeper hit and it didn't sort of peak at number 3 until January of this year. But it has become his highest charting single to date. It was voted the hottest record of 2021 by BBC Radio 1 listeners, and also voted number 16 on the Australian radio Triple J listeners, and on the Triple J Hottest 100 chart. So we've got about 4 more songs left. I hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. I've tried to keep it sort of fairly mellow. I know sort of some of them are a little bit more sort of lively than others, but I've tried to keep it sort of fairly chilled tonight. And like I said, it's just about sort of unwinding. If you've had a busy week, just stick Radio Care on and just sort of listen to the music and hopefully sort of enjoy it. So this next one is one from Ed Sheeran and with Taylor Swift. And I heard it the other day and I thought it's a really, really nice song. And he has sort of just released it, I think, recently. And this one is The Joker and the Queen.
How was I to know? It's a crazy thing. I showed you my hand, and you still let me win. And who was I to say that this was meant to be? The road that was broken brought us together, and I know you could fall for 1,000 kings and hearts that would give you a diamond ring. When I fold, you see the best in me, the Joker and the Queen.
I've been played before, if you hadn't guessed. So I kept my cards close to my foolproof vest. But you called my bluff and saw through all my tells. And then you went all in, and we left together. And I know you think that what makes a king is gold, a palace and diamond rings. When I fold, you see the best in me, the Joker and the Queen. Could fall for 1,000 kings and hearts that would give you a diamond ring. When I folded, you saw the best in me, the Joker and the Queen, the Joker and the Queen.
What a beautiful song that is. That is The Joker and the Queen from Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift. The single is described as a slow-paced folk ballad driven by a cinematic piano, waltz tempo and a 50s-inspired strings. It marks the 4th collaboration between Sheeran and Swift, following Everything Has Changed in 2012, Endgame 2017 and Run in 2021. It says this one released on the 11th of February 2022. The single was charted at number 2 on the UK singles charts, number 5 in Ireland, and number 11 in Australia. Just such a great song. I've been listening to a bit of sort of Ed Sheeran sort of recently, because I wouldn't say that I wasn't a fan of his, but I hadn't sort of like really sort of, apart from the singles and that, but you know, he's such a clever songwriter. He really is, really talented. So this next one is one from George Ezra. Now, he was on the radio the other day, and I kind of like him, really. You know, for a young lad that he is, he's got such an old man's voice sort of when he sort of sings. You know, and I think he's, again, a very talented sort of young man. And this one is called Anyone for You. And it's released as the first single from his up-and-coming third studio album, Gold Rush Kid. So the single was released on 28th of January, and so far it's debuted at number 32 on the UK singles charts, rose to number 30, and is currently at number 26. So this one is Anyone for You.
Just turned 21, and then I said, here's my number, hit me up if you're needing anyone. And then I could be anyone, 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 anyone for you. Anyone, 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 anyone. I could love you, I could be anything you want of me. And in the darkness of the night, baby, let me be your light. I could love you, I could be anything you want of me. Of the night, baby, let me be your light, be your light, be your light. Well, I gave her love, but it wasn't enough, so she called me up just to call it off. I can't afford to make that mistake this time. And if you're flying over the Serengeti, Tiger Lily, don't forget me. The way I am, not the way I was. And I could be anyone, 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 anyone for you. Anyone, 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 anyone. I could love you, I could be anything you want of me. And in the darkness of the night, baby, let me be your light. I could love you, I could be anything you want of me. And in the darkness of the night, baby, let me be your light, be your light, be your light, la, la, la. Anyone for you. I could love you, I could be anything you want of me. And in the darkness of the night, baby, let me be your light. I could love you, I could be anything you want of me. And in the darkness of the night, baby, let me be your light. I could love you, I could be anything you want of me. And in the darkness of the night, baby, let me be your light. I could love you, I could be anything you want of me. And in the darkness of the night, baby, let me be your light, be your light, be your light. Oh, I can be your light.
So there you have it. Radio Care, transporting you from the 60s to present day. Join Mike Howard, broadcasting from Coventry to the world.
I have to find the other jingles. I thought I had them all lined up and everything, but it seems to be repeating the same ones. So that was George Ezra and Anyone for You, and it's a recent one that's currently at number 26 in the UK singles charts. So we're down to the last two songs, and I decided to change them this afternoon. The reason is they're quite long songs, but I was originally going to play. I was originally going to play a song by Adele called "I Drink Wine," until I realised it was about 6.5 minutes long. So I thought that's quite a long one, sort of like to be sort of playing. So I've gone for another single from the album 30. Which came out sort of last year, and this one is called "Oh My God."
I ain't got too much time to spare, but I make time for you to show how much I care. Wish that I would let you break my walls, but I'm still spinning out of control from the fall. Boy, you give good love, I won't lie. It's what keeps me coming back, even though I'm terrified. I know that it's wrong, but I want to have fun. Yeah. Yeah. I know that it's wrong, but I want to have fun. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Out of all the people in the world, what is the likelihood of jumping out of my life and into your arms? Maybe, baby, I'm just losing my mind. 'Cause it's a trouble, but it feels right. Keeping on the edge of heaven and hell is a battle that I cannot fight. I'm a fool, but they all think I'm blind. I'd rather be a fool than leave myself behind. I don't have to explain myself to you. I'm a grown woman and I do what I want to do. I know that it's wrong, but I want to have fun. Yeah. Yeah. I know that it's wrong, but I want to have fun. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Out of all the people in the world, what is the likelihood of jumping out of my life and into your arms? Maybe, baby, I'm just losing my mind. 'Cause it's a trouble, but it feels right. Keeping on the edge of heaven and hell is a battle that I cannot fight. Don't let me, I said, don't let me, I said, don't let me down. Oh Lord, don't let me let myself down. Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Out of all the people in the world, what is the likelihood of jumping out of my life and into your arms? Maybe, baby, I'm just losing my mind. 'Cause it's a trouble, but it feels right. Keeping on the edge of heaven and hell. Well, it's a battle that I cannot fight. I know that it's wrong, but I want to have fun. Yeah. Yeah. I know that it's wrong, but I want to have fun. Yeah.
Bet that one's woke you up a little bit. That was sort of a bit of a build-up to that one, wasn't it? That was Adele and "Oh My God," and that's from her recent album, fourth studio album, 30, which came out November last year. And I'm sure she released that one as a single. Like I say, I wasn't going to play that one earlier on. I was going to play one called "I Drink Wine," but it was quite a long song. So we've sadly reached the end of the show tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed sort of putting the set together as always, and it's been great. Sort of, I just sort of checked the last check of the numbers, how many listeners we got at the moment, and we're up to 19,397. So thank you so much for sort of joining Radio Care. It sort of means a lot to me that people do sort of tune in and listen, and I know a lot of people don't get a chance to listen to the live show, so they will sort of download on the podcast, which will be available sort of very shortly. So this last song, I've been sort of debating all day which one I'm going to play. There's two Joss Stone songs. It's from her new album, which is to be released this month. It's either been released or it's due to be released, and the album's called Never Forget My Love. Now the two songs that I'm looking at, one is called No Regrets and the other one is called When You're in Love. Now the When You're in Love one is quite a very sort of typical Joss Stone sort of song. It is a bit of a long one, but maybe that's not a bad thing. It's sort of the last song sort of to play us out before we sort of close down for the night. So all that's left is for me to say is have a really sort of good sort of rest of your weekend, and I hope you sort of like get to rest up before sort of going back to work Monday, or whatever you're sort of going to be doing sort of like next week. But make sure you sort of chill out and be careful of sort of the weather at the moment. It's not too good. It always seems like I'm having to tell people to stay safe. You know, if it's not the pandemic, it's something else. But just be careful out there and enjoy the rest of the weekend. So this one is When You're in Love, and that's Joss Stone. Good night all.
When you're in love, the whole world knows it. All that you see is colors shimmering, butterflies and bees. When you're in love, sense goes out the window. You can't hardly live. The one with you around too. Paris, Kingston, urban love. London, Quito, Rio love. All around the world, I wanna love you up. When you're in love, life is so breezy. The hardest things become so breezy. When you're in love, smiling sunshines over you. You don't have to figure out your next move. You just let go and groove. Belgrade, Lagos, Shanghai love. When you're in love, the world around just seems to slow down just a smidgen. Just so you feel like you're falling off a cloud into the eyes of your lover, into the arms of him. You really don't want no other. It's magic, your heart starts to spin. Madrid, Hong Kong, Suva.
quiet on down. Don't stop, just chill. Hey, la da da da. Play on, it's the bass man. Take those keys for me, please. I think I had enough singing now, so I'm gonna head out. Hey.
So there you have it. Radio Care, transporting you from the 60s to present day. Join Mike Howard broadcasting from Coventry to the world.